Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Today in this video we are going to troubleshoot Cisco ASA Firewall. And this is my topology for today guys in front of you. And this topology is pre-configured. Means ASA Firewall is already configured. Core layer switch is already configured. Distribution layer switches are already configured. All access layer switches are already configured. VLANs are running there. Spanning tree protocol is running there, right? Even end devices are able to get correct IP address and correct default gateway from DHCP. And guys, for all end devices, my core layer switch is the gateway. So you can see here is the core layer, and on core layer we have some virtual interfaces, like one virtual interface for VLAN 100, one for VLAN 10, one for VLAN 20. And after configuring this network, there is some problem. So what is the problem? Guys, problem is, see, end users are able to ping their default gateway, but not able to access internet. Okay, and the default gateway for end users is, as I told you, core layer switch. That means, see, on core layer switch we have some virtual interfaces. One virtual interface for VLAN 100, one virtual interface for VLAN 10, one virtual interface for VLAN 20. On VLAN 100 interface I am running this IP address 192.168.10.254, means last IP address from this subnet, and this IP address is going to be default gateway for all users in VLAN 100, means for server, this server and this server. This is my web server guys, web server. So for web server, default gateway IP address is 192.168.10.254. For FTP server also, default gateway is going to be same. For VLAN 10 users, like for PC1 and PC2, these two are in VLAN 10. So default gateway is going to be 10.10.1.254, last IP address from this subnet. I'm using this subnet for VLAN 10. In the same way, for VLAN 20 users, this is the default gateway. And these all devices are able to ping their default gateway. We don't have any problem, but these users are not able to access internet. Even we have configured the NAT on ASA firewall. We have configured the default route towards internet. So what we are going to do in this video guys, first of all we are going to verify the issue, then we are going to troubleshoot it. We will fix it. We need to make reachability between end devices and internet, so that my end users can access internet. Even outside user can access my servers. Like I have two servers in my internal network, so both servers would be accessible from outside user. Okay, so without wasting our time, let's begin. So first of all, let me do one thing. Let me access any PC, like PC1. You can see I have access of PC1 guys. I'm going to configure IP here. So say IP DHCP. It will get one IP address from DHCP server, default gateway as well. So you can see this PC I've got the IP 10.10.1.1 and gateway IP address is 10.10.1.254, which is running on core switch. Let me ping my gateway, ping 10.10.1.254, and you can see I am able to ping my gateway. I'm getting reply message, right? That means there is reachability between PC1 and gateway. But can I ping 8.8.8? Ping 8.8.8.8, which is internet, right? Let's suppose this is a server on internet. So see, I am not able to ping 8.8.8, and which type of error I am getting is destination host unreachable. That means my default gateway don't have route for internet. Okay, my default gateway don't have route for default gateway. So directly I'm going to access core layer switch, and let me check the routing table of core layer switch guys, because on core layer switch also we should have one default route towards ISP. So let me access core layer switch here, and on core layer switch, so IP interface brief. So you can see we have IP addresses on all VLAN interfaces, right, on all virtual interface. So IP route, this is routing table of my core layer switch, and you can see we don't have any default route here, right? So we need to configure one default route guys. By the way, I think ESA is also advertising one default route to core layer switch through OSPF, because we are running OSPF routing protocol between ASA and my core layer switch to exchange route. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me configure one route, or I can access firewall and I can troubleshoot why ASA is not advertising default route. So it will be better if I will access ASA firewall here, and let me check. So run router OSPF. So run router OSPF. So you can see we are advertising a default route. Default information originate always, right? So the question is why core layer switch is not getting this default route, right? And guys, if you want to verify the ASA firewall configuration, so simply you can run command. So run, let's say NAT. So NAT is running or not. So you can see I have two NAT, guys. NAT inside outside. After auto source dynamic private VLAN 1020 and public VLAN 1020, right? So these are pool, sorry, not pool, object, network object. Okay, so I think under this object we are defining the private subnet, and under this object we are defining the public range. Okay, so if you want to check the pool, you can simply run command. So run, sorry, object. If you want to check the object, you can run command this. So run object network. So yes, you can see we have multiple objects, guys, like private VLAN 10 and 20. We are matching the private subnet, right? So under this subnet means VLAN 10 as well as VLAN 20, both subnets are matching. Means this NAT entry is responsible to translate VLAN 10 as well as VLAN 20 private IP addresses into public IP addresses, right? So you can see I have this pool as well, public VLAN 10 and 20, and under public VLAN 10 and 20 we have defined a range of public IP addresses 1.1.1.22, 1.1.1.4. Okay, so object configuration is correct, NAT configuration is correct, and this is, guys, manual NAT configuration. So manually I have put it in section 3. So you can say so NAT. So that's why these entry are in section 3. And I have one I think another NAT configuration. This is 1-to-1 NAT configuration, guys, for servers, so that outside user can also access my servers. Okay, so this is a static NAT, bidirectional NAT, right, to provide access to the internal server to outside users. That's why we have one static NAT here, right? And we have two NAT in section 3. This is dynamic NAT, right, for by general employees. Okay, so NAT is working fine here, we don't have any problem. And I need one default route as well on my ASA firewall. So run route, let's say. So yes, you can see we have one default route as well, guys, towards ISP. Okay, with AD value 1, and this is the public IP address of internet router. So let me ping the internet router as well from here, and you can see from the ASA firewall I am able to ping internet router. But question is why ASA firewall is not advertising default route to my core switch, right? So let me verify the OSPF neighborship. So IP, so OSPF, let's say neighbor. Oh, we don't have OSPF neighborship here. So route OSPF. So ASA firewall is not learning, I think, any route. Okay, because we don't have neighborship. Now question is why we don't have neighborship, guys. Let me verify the OSPF configuration here. So run router OSPF. So we have enabled the OSPF. We have defined the router ID 1.1.1. Then we have enabled the OSPF on LAN interface, means on G0/0, because on G0/0 I'm running this network 10.1.1.0/20/30, right? So subnet mask is 255.255.255.252, correct? Then default information originate always. So OSPF configuration is correct on ASA firewall, guys. Now let me access core layer switch, and here also I am going to verify OSPF configuration. So run section OSPF, let's say. So you can see OSPF is running over here. Here I have enabled OSPF on interface basis. So simply I can run command like this. So run interface, let's say E0/0, which is connected with ASA firewall, right? So you can see OSPF is enabled over here, or simply you can run command show IP OSPF interface brief. It will show you all the interfaces where OSPF is enabled, right? So OSPF is enabled on VLAN 100 interface, VLAN 20 interface, VLAN 10 interface, as well as Ethernet 0/0 interface. But if still we don't have neighborship, what we can do, we can debug OSPF, debug IP OSPF. Let's say hello. Let me check this out. This device is sending OSPF hello message to ASA firewall or not, guys. So yes, you can see this device is sending hello message, right, to ASA firewall, means to 10.1.1.2, which is IP address of ASA firewall. So core layer switch is sending hello message to ASA firewall, but see, core layer switch is not receiving any hello message from ASA firewall, right? We are not receiving any hello message from ASA firewall or core layer switch. So what is the issue? Why ASA firewall is not sending any hello message on all? Let me do one thing. Let me enable the debugging on ASA firewall. Debug OSPF or IP OSPF, and then hello. So receive hello message on inside interface. ASA is receiving hello message, right? But ASA is not forwarding any hello message here. Now what is the issue, guys? What is the issue? Why ASA firewall is not sending any hello message on all? I have disabled the debugging. So run router OSPF. So OSPF configuration look like fine. Let me check the configuration of G0/0, because guys, maybe there is some filtering on G0/0, which is filtering OSPF hello message on ASA firewall. Even ASA firewall is not generating hello message on G0/0 interface. So definitely we should check the running configuration of G0/0 here. So let me run command show run interface G0/0. And guys, on G0/0 interface, you can see name if inside security level 100, IP address correct, and we have changed the network type here. OSPF network type on this interface is point-to-point non-broadcast. Okay, so for the faster convergence, guys, we have set the network type point-to-point here, right? So same network type should be configured on core switch as well. So let me take you to core layer switch, and on the core layer switch, so run, or simply I can say so IP OSPF interface E0/0 and include network type like this. No network. So yes, you can see network type over here is what, guys? Broadcast. So this is the problem between core layer switch and ASA firewall, right? On ASA firewall, network type is point-to-point non-broadcast. On core layer switch, network type of OSPF is broadcast. So either I can change network type on core layer switch, or simply I can remove this command from G0/0 of ASA firewall. So let me copy this command and let me take you to interface G0/0. Here I am going to say no OSPF network point-to-point broadcast, and now again debug IP OSPF hello. And yes, this time you can see ASA firewall is sending hello message to core layer switch from 10.1.1.1, which is the IP address of ASA firewall. On core layer switch, I am running 10.1.1.2. Right now, ASA firewall is sending hello message as well as it is receiving hello message. Now, let me take you to core layer switch. And guys, on core layer switch, now you can see the log message. OSPF neighborship is now up, right? So simply we can verify OSPF neighborship here. Before that, let me disable the debugging and say so OSPF neighbor. So now we have OSPF neighborship, and so route OSPF. So this time you can see through OSPF I am learning these all private networks. And I am expecting that core layer switch is running one default route guys through OSPF. So let me take you to core layer switch, and here so IP route OSPF. So yes, you can see this core layer switch is running one default route, right, through OSPF, right. Next up IP address is 10.1.1.1, which is ASA firewall IP address. Ping 10.1.1.1. Is firewall reachable guys? Yes, firewall is reachable. Success rate is 100%. So that means there is connectivity between core layer switch and ASA firewall. Now I have one default route towards ASA firewall, and ASA firewall have one default route towards ISP, and NAT is working fine. So ASA firewall can translate private IP address into public IP address. So now let me verify and users are able to access internet or not guys. So again let me take you to PC1, and this time again I am going to ping 8.8.8.8. Yes, now you can see I am getting reply from internet, right? So that means now we have reachability. Can PC2 ping internet? PC2 IP DHCP. So this PC have got this IP address from VLAN 10 subnet. Let me ping 8.8.8.8, and yes, you can see I am able to ping internet. Even VLAN 20 users can access internet. So let me take you to PC3 now. PC3 and say IP DHCP. PC3 will get IP from VLAN 20 subnets. So yes, you can see IP address over here is 10.10.2.1, right? And gateway is also 10.10.2.254. Let me ping the gateway 10.10.2.254. I'm able to ping my gateway. Let me check, am I able to ping internet? Ping 8.8.8.8. Yes, I am able to ping internet. So all VLAN 10 users as well as VLAN 20 users are able to access internet. Now question is, can server access internet? So let me access the server guys. So here is the server, web server, and ping 8.8.8.8. So yes, this server is also able to ping internet. And can outside user access this server? Can outside user access this server? Yes, outside user can access this server with the help of public IP address. So I have to find the public IP address of server. So let me take you to ASA firewall, and on ASA firewall I am going to check so run NAT. Let's say so run NAT. What is the public IP address? See, this is static NAT for server. So what pool I am using guys? Web server for my private IP address, and web server public is for public IP address. So I am going to check the object. So run object, and under web server public you can see I am defining what IP, this one 1.1.1.5. so this is my public IP address for server, right? So let me access internet and let me try to ping server through this public IP address. So go to internet router, and from the internet router guys I'm going to ping 1.1.1.5, which is public IP address of server. So I am not pinging to this public IP address. Actually I am pinging to 192.168.10.1. So ASA firewall will translate this IP address into 192.168.10.1. So is ping working? No, ping is not working. Maybe on the ASA firewall guys, higher security level to lower security level traffics are not allowed. So let me check ASA firewall configuration. ACL is required. So run access list. So yes, we have one access control list guys, which is allowing TCP traffic, TCP port number, telnet, like this. You can allow HTTP as well. So let me send the TCP packet. Let me say telnet and then 1.1.1.5. So yes, you can see I have access of server, right? Means outside user can also access server through public IP address exit. And on the here, if you will type who, it will show you the public IP address. Yes, you can see 10.1.1.6, which is the IP address of internet router. Okay. Even you can telnet from the loopback interface, like telnet 1.1.1.5, and then I can say sources loopback 1 interface. Means from 8.8.8 I am accessing server. Now if you will type who, it will show you the IP address, who have access of this server. So I think IP address is going to be 8.8.8. 8.8.8 have access, you can see, correct? So now everything is working fine. We have verified the issue, then we have troubleshoot it, fix it. Now my end users are able to access internet. Now we can save the configuration, right? So go to ASA Firewall, and here you can just run write command, and on core layer switch as well, you can write the configuration. Done. So this was, guys, a small troubleshooting of ASA Firewall. If this video is helpful for you, if you have learned anything from this video, guys, please hit on like button. If you have any question, concern, please let me know in the comment section. And if you want more videos like this, like if this video is helpful for you and you want more videos like this, just type yes in the comment section, or just type yes, this video is helpful for me, right? It will motivate me to make more videos. And once you will type, yes, video is helpful for you, me, or yes in the comment section, I will get to know that this video was helpful for you. This type of video is helping fresher network engineers. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll meet soon in next video, guys. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today.